Hey there, Scott Wilkinson here at CEDIA Expo 2013. I'm in the Cords booth with Jack MacDougall, who has developed a new technology for HDMI cables. Hey, Jack.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, thanks. Tell us about it.
Well, this has been in development for some time now. I'm feeling really good about it. This is primarily a legacy fit. HDMI native cable in your walls. You don't want to rip it out. You want some double-ended active extension to make nice, practical, thin cables to work again. Breathe in new life for 4K.
So the problem, as I understand it with HDMI often, is that when the signal originates at the source, travels down the cable, gets to the end, it's all messed up.
Right.
And so this addresses that issue.
Absolutely.
At both ends,
yes.
as I understand. Joe Kane, by the way, hipped me to this.
Yes.
And we want to make sure everybody understands you've just won the Best New Product at the Show award.
Yes, very happy.
So that's very cool.
Yes.
So tell us how it corrects or prevents that degradation of the signal through the cable.
Absolutely, thank you. So this is a TriLevel Encapsulation. As many people don't know, and what we take a lot of pride in, is there's a lot of different things going on in an HDMI cable. We have low speed, DC, high speed. We don't treat any of those any differently. We try to encapsulate them all. We try to give them new life to make sure that everything's going to be fine. The last thing we really want is to have a pristine 4K image blinking. I mean,
yeah, you don't want that.
At the end of the day, we really want to make sure that we encapsulate the low speed as well, which is bidirectional. We want to make sure that's encapsulated. We're happy about that. DC is another thing. We want to make sure all signals are going to be faithfully delivered.
Like plus 5 volts.
Exactly. Your hot plugs, your 5 volts. And then the low speed, like I said, is your HDCP, your Hollywood content protection. We want to make sure that's rock solid.
Right.
CEC as well, which is becoming more and more predominant and much more used. So we want the user experience to be there.
Right. Cool. So what kind of premium does this add to the cost of an HDMI cable? Or you buy it separately, I think, right? It's a separate product.
That's right. There's two ways to look at it, really. You could look at it overall as a system. You could have a super duper cable that actually Cords does offer, which you can boost your performance. But really, this being built on legacy is that we guarantee, if it did work at 1080p 60, we guarantee 4K 24 upgrade without any questions. We have not seen that situation ever fail. We really, really love that aspect. And this is truly native all the way through. So this is really just an HDMI cable. I say just an HDMI cable because of what people want. They want an HDMI signal to go from A to B,
right.
And that's what we plan to do.
Now, Joe referred to it as equalization.
Sure.
Is that a fair?
It's fair. It is fair. Now, there's two types. There's always manually fixed, or there's auto-adaptive. So what we're looking at is an auto-adaptive solution. The real proof in the pudding here is that we want to say up to, but really underline the up to aspect. So we're talking, a centimeter in my Canadian terms, a centimeter up to 30 meters in 26 gauge cable and anything in between. So any mechanical difference, shielding uniformity or reflections, it really can accommodate for those things at higher bandwidths.
Right.
So we want to be able to have that flexibility, a true flexibility of legacy, where you don't know what's in the ceiling 5 years ago if that guy was or was not working of the company.
Right.
And just have it work and just feel confident about it.
Now, we should point out that phaseHD is the company that developed this, and you work for them.
That's right.
And Cords licenses the technology and sells it.
That's correct. So phaseHD and Cords, we work together for several years now, putting out something pretty special. Cords comes primarily from selling native HDMI cables. They really know what they're doing there. And I met David a while back, and I could see the same passion that he had for passive cabling, mechanical issues, putting out really, really nice product, to actually a synergy of, maybe you can go thinner and sexier and actually put the boosting of electronics around it. So we built a ground up through several iterations to get it just the way we wanted, and tested the heck out of it and did the best we could with it. So we are based out of Burlington, Ontario, just outside of Toronto in Canada, and we do look forward to working with integration in the future, mix and match, and feel really, really good about that solution. We really believe in the Cords brand, and they've handheld us through the rough times to get us to a point of visibility.
Now, one last question. We've heard some lately about powered HDMI cables, this red mirror technology.
Sure.
Is this anything like that, or is it a different sort of concept altogether?
It's a brand new, fresh look at extension. It kind of came out of nowhere as we were learning. Installers for approximately a year now have been saying this is fantastic and a really nice fit for what I need. Red mirror is a beautiful design in that it has that in-termination, the power harvesting. Those things are very clever, and I applaud what they've done. The one problem that I would see with that is more the fixed element in front of it. That if you definitely know what you're going to install, I think that's a perfect solution.
As you say, for the legacy product, something cable that's already in the wall,
sure,
this is the way to go.
Detachable, yeah. As soon as you think detachable, you have to think, how can I get a practical reach through a wall and remove that stigma of garden hoses having to be installed and ripping out your connectors. Leave that to this to convert the mechanical aspect as well. Which, to allude to your last question, I mean, David was the one who wanted this to look like a little, in my hockey sense, a little hockey stick at the back of a TV and not hang out like a big radius.
Right.
Sure.
Got it. Cool. Well, congratulations on the award, and thanks very much for talking with us.
Pleasure. Thank you.